Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be trying out an eyeshadow palette, Extravaganza. The palette that we're going to be trying today is by King Beauty, King with a Q, not a K. King Beauty. I hope that's how we pronounce it. I'm assuming so. Assuming makes an ass out of me and you. Well, I don't know how it makes an ass out of you, but it kind of makes a minor ass out of me. Not a huge ass, just a minor ass. But anyway, so this palette's called the ZODIAC palette. Not an extremely original concept, honestly, at this point, but we cannot knock it. So guys, just wait until you see this palette. Extravaganza, just wait. So you open her up like this and you open her up like this, and inside we've got a mega palette, but it gets bigger, it gets better, it gets brighter, it gets more colourful. It's a show in its own right. We've got more palette down here and more palette up here. This is the palette. It's so big. Both I and the palette, we cannot fit on shot together. We just cannot. The screen is not big enough for both of us. Well, actually it is, if I move back. The art of perspective, I mean, really, guys. But, okay, so look at this palette. As you can see, I was not exaggerating when I refer to her as an extravaganza. So this palette has literally every single eyeshadow shade ever that you could possibly ever need in your whole lifetime. And not only that, we also have glitters, and we got what look to be just a mix of mattes, shimmers, maybe chunkier shimmers. There's just a whole lot going on. We've got cool tones, we've got warm tones, we've got everything. I feel like my always indecisive mind is going to have a real struggle today trying to pick out which shades I should use, but you know what, it's a challenge I accept. I just want to mention as well that this palette was very kindly sent to me by King Beauty, so thank you so much to King Beauty. But as always, the fact that they sent it to me, it will not affect my review. You know, if the palette is below par, I will tell you she's below par. If the palette's great, I'll tell you she's great. She made me come. She did. She was that powerful. Just before we get started with the video, well, actually I kind of started the video, but just before we get into the meat of the video, let's say, or because I'm vegetarian, just before we get into the tofu of the palette, I couldn't go on any further with this video before I tell you that I hope that you're managing to cope okay with the current world events. I don't want to sound like I'm being very vague when I say world events, but apparently at the moment YouTube is being incredibly maybe like sensitive, or I've heard rumours that they don't seem to want YouTubers to be talking about the recent situation in the world. So I just wanted to say that I hope that you, your loved ones, your colleagues, I hope that everybody is safe and comfortable and managing to cope with the new normal that we now are experiencing as our lives. Things have been incredibly strange over here in the UK. The last week I've been working from home, trying to homeschool, which is not going well, guys. It's really not going well, but I've been just trying to do the best I can do. It's been an adjustment, let's say, but I know that everyone's in the same boat. I sit here today extremely grateful that I have this time to be able to make videos, that I have the time to be able to spend with my kids and honeys, because there's so many people that are still having to go into work, i.e. the key workers, the nurses, doctors, supermarket staff, delivery drivers, postmen, and I just feel like it's now that we really realise who the actual key workers are, and I hope that after all of this is blown over, they are recognised with huge pay rises, because they really deserve it. And I just feel so grateful that I'm able to to be at home and be safe at home and have my family around me, because I know that that's definitely not the case for everyone. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, you know, I sit here today on my chair extremely humbled and just extremely grateful and appreciative that, you know, I'm in this position where I can stay at home and stay safe. I know that probably there's a lot of you guys out there that maybe haven't seen your relatives in, you know, weeks, days, and I can only imagine how difficult that must be. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, you know, my thoughts are going out to everyone right now, and I really hope that you are managing okay. With all that being said, we are going to take a look at the swatches of this eyeshadow palette. At this time of filming, I've not actually done them yet, but I'll be doing them tonight, and then I'll be inserting them in now. Did I really overcomplicate that? So much more than it needed to be. Anyway, I'm going to show you the swatches now, and then we're going to get straight on with the eye look. Okay, so I have my cheek guard on and ready for action. As I said, I have not the foggiest idea of what kind of look I'm going to go for today, so we are just going to play it by ear. We're going to wing it, but when do we ever not? Or I don't know why I'm including you in that. You might be the most organised, kind of pre-planning kind of person ever, but I am not. Okay, so right, I feel overwhelmed. Okay, do you know what? I feel like going for like a blue look today, because I very rarely do blue looks, and I think I want to try a blue look. I think it would be complementary with my hair, and I'm going to begin with this beautiful blue up here. I'm not sitting very comfortably here, I'm just not. Okay, so I have the blue. I'm going to just kind of blend this. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just blending. Look, can you see? She's blended and added a bit, and we can see it. And I think it's looking okay. Okay, but she's not so pigmented, but I mean, she's fine. I think we can build her up somewhat. So I'm just going to add more, and I'm not going to tap off the excess for two reasons. One, I think that I'm going to get the most colour if I don't tap off the excess, and two, I have my trusty cheek guard on, so I am not bothered about fallout. Yeah, see how much extra colour we get by not tapping off the excess. See, tapping off the excess is not all it's cracked up to be, guys. Oh, do you know what? I'm really liking this blue. Like, I'm really liking the blue. I'm really liking it. Oh my gosh, my eye guard's coming off. Please do not let me down, eye guard. Okay, so I'm just adding more of the blue, and I'm just kind of blending. You know what? Should I try a rainbow eye? I've never tried a rainbow eye, and I feel like if there's ever a time to try rainbow eye, it's now, when I've got all of the colours at my disposal. So, okay, so we've started with the blue. I'm just going to pack a little bit more of this blue on. Okay, so I'm really happy with that. I think the blue looks marvellous. Like, I can't complain. I cannot complain. So next, we are going to go into We're going to go into, oh my gosh, Anwen, stop saying into. Seriously, like how many times? Anyway, we're doing this one. We're doing it. This is a darker blue, and it almost has like purple. It's like a very purpley blue. And I'm actually just going to like pack that on the very outer vagina. I'm going to get a smaller brush because that brush is quite ginormous. So I'm going back in with the bluey purple, and I'm just popping that right on the outer V. And I'm going to pop a little bit more on. Oh, I tapped off the excess. Totally did not mean to do that. I'm just going to blend that into the lighter blue. Okay, so next we're going to go into, I'm going to go into pink. Should we do pink? Or should I do like a cool tone dye and a warm tone dye? Oh my gosh, this is getting quite complex. I'm going to go in with a green. I'm going to do a green next. I'm doing a green. Okay, so this is like a turquoisey kind of green. I'm quite impressed with the pigment on these eyeshadows. I always have these preconceived and quite judgmental ideas when I'm faced with an extremely large palette, that I always think that the quality is not going to be good, and it's kind of like quantity over quality. However, so far I am actually really impressed with the quality of these shadows. They're blending nicely and I think they are impressively pigmented, so yeah, I'm liking that. But we're going to carry on with the Rainbow Dream. Okay, so we have completed the first eye. I like it, but I do think the pink was not the best. And it, you know, it just looks a little bit patchy, and the blue even looks a bit patchy, but I don't know if that's just more kind of me to blame potentially. I'm going to go back in after I've done this eye and try and refine it a little bit, but this is the first eye. I call her the Peacock, and over on the other side we're going to go for a brighter carnival-esque parting in the street kind of eye. Do you know what, I've not seen enough people, and I am an introvert definitely, but I do wonder how I'm going to adjust back, you know, to seeing people again. Because I have always been awkward around people. And now I think, you know, depending on how long this goes on for, I don't know if I'll ever be able to actually, you know, see people again or speak to people. Because, you know, after having like even just a week of not really seeing that many people other than honeys and the boys, I don't know, it's really like super strange. But anyway, the main thing is we all get back to a semblance of a normal life. That will just be nice. I don't care. I've been awkward all my life. I can deal with it for the rest of my life. It's fine. So, okay, so I've used this same cheek guard over on this side because I'm cheap like that. So we're going to begin over on this side with, I'm going to go in with this beautiful bright orange, and then we're going to go in with, I think, orange, or should I go red? Do you know what? Now I look at this palette and I'm actually trying to pick out shades. It doesn't have as many shades as I think. Like it does. There's a feck load of shades. But I'm actually struggling to find shades, oddly enough, because you get a lot of variations of the same kind of shade, which I kind of have a feeling similar to the pinks. Like I use 2 different types of pink, but they just look the same. So even though you do have lots of shades, a lot of them are just like, you know, subtle variations of another shade. So then when you try and do rainbow eye, it's kind of like, well, you know, say for example, if I wanted to do like a green, like gradient, so you have this bright green, but then a lot of the other greens, I just have a feeling that on the eye, they're just going to look kind of similar and the same, like with the blue, like this one, this one, this one, this one probably, like this one. I just feel like, yeah, I'm going to start with, the orange. Then we're going to go in with like yellow, which are probably all going to look the same. But anyway, okay, wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. Okay, so I have finished the look. I popped on some mascara, some highlight, and I just redid my lips. I didn't do all that much, honestly, because I just thought there's so much going on my eyes. There's not much need for anything else. I really like the looks, plural, because I feel like we definitely have two looks going on right now. I did go back in off camera and I just kind of reapplied some of the shadows, specifically the pink, the yellow and the kind of orangey shade. I just kind of reapplied them. I just kind of added more with a different type of brush. I just felt like I could get more out of them. So I just spent a little bit of time just kind of packing on the colour a little bit more. And I even wet the colour for the pink and the yellow. And I found that that really did help the colour pop and just look opaque. So do you know what? I don't want to sound rushed at all, but I'm very kind of excited because at 2 o'clock this afternoon, I believe that the Hulk is going to be making the rounds around our street just to wave to the children and make everyone on lockdown smile. So we have there's been the Hulk, there's a Spider-Man going around as well. I think it's the most inspired idea. And if I had a Spider-Man, Hulk, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, if I had an outfit, I would definitely go out and do it too. I can just imagine how much happiness that brings, not only the children that, you know, they've not been going to school. Some children, they'll be loving that, of course, but many children will really be missing seeing their friends and just the whole routine and school environment. So I just think that anything we can do right now to bring a smile to people's faces is wonderful. And if you bring smiles to children's faces, you're definitely going to bring smiles to their parents' face. So I am super excited about this. But anyway, so back to the palette. I must say that I'm quite surprised actually, because I was actually really impressed with the quality of the shadows. I didn't get to try any of the shimmers or glitters today because I just wanted to go for like this matte kind of rainbow look. So I can't really comment on the shimmers or the glitters. However, I thought that the mattes were really good actually. Pigmented, easy to work with, and I really liked them, the quality of the shadows I used. However, I don't really like the eyeshadow palette as a whole because, as I mentioned earlier, I do find that although, you know, there's room here for so many different shades and there are so many different shades, but the problem is many of them are just variations of the other shade and very like subtle variations at that. So as I was kind of looking through trying to pick shades for the rainbow extravaganza, I was really struggling because I just found that many of the shades just looked like each other. Sorry, that was just Hermes letting me know that my delivery's arrived, so that's fantastic. Do you know what? Let's just take a moment to appreciate the delivery drivers out there. I just feel like going forward, like I was always kind and oh shit, the neighbour's in the window. The neighbour's in the window. Do you know what? I mentioned this. I feel like I can't look at the camera now. It's super awkward. But I mentioned in my last video that since all of this has happened with the thing, there's a WhatsApp group and every single person I think on my street is in this WhatsApp group. So now I've become like friendly with a lot of people, whereas before the whole thing happened, I didn't really know anyone, which is a real shame. So it's a wonderful thing that I kind of know the names of my neighbours now, but it makes it like, I don't know, so much more awkward when I'm trying to film a video and I see my neighbour pop up in the window, because I feel like, oh my gosh, like she's not someone anonymous anymore. Like, I don't know, I feel like I know her and it's a bit embarrassing for me. Anyway, but no, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this palette. Unfortunately, the quality was great, but I just think as a whole, it's a shame that they didn't really go for it and pack a wider variety of shades in there just so that there was more choice. Unfortunately, just for that reason, I can't recommend this palette. Although I think that, say if you're a beginner in makeup or you've got a relative or friend, oh come on Hermes, I know that, I didn't mean to sound angry, like thank you so much for the delivery, Hermes. I really appreciate it. Keep on texting and letting me know. That's great. But yeah, if you've got like a relative or friend or someone that's getting it like new to makeup, they may enjoy it. But then again, I think for the price you're going to pay for this, you can get a much smaller palette that features all of the same shades. So, but I do just want to say thank you so much to King Beauty for sending me the palette. I really do appreciate it. I've had so much fun. I love the double eye look. I'm loving it. It's definitely been fun. It's been fun today just to, you know, come and sit here and film, and I just feel so lucky at, you know, being able to sit here and film, because there's so many people right now that are out exhausted, tired, away from their families, working hard, keeping us safe. So my love goes out to each and every one of them, and I do feel so grateful to be sat here being able to make this video. So anyway guys, I'm gonna leave you now. I really hope that you have a good couple of days ahead. I hope that you stay well, stay safe, stay happy and healthy and positive. And yeah, I'm gonna go, but thank you for watching,